んな、俺は当たり前のことしかじてませんよ。
泣くな。また帰ってきて。
One of these weeks, I'm gonna come on here and be like, wow, did you guys see the Great Cleric episode this week? It was so good. It was fire. Fuego. So bueno. But that's not this week, my friends. Wow. It's like, getting kicked in the balls. And for my lady friends out there, you don't know the feeling, but I'm sure just think of an equal one. But it's basically like getting hurt bad. You fall on the floor, and then before they walk away, they just get one little more in on you. Like, what I mean by that is overall, the show hasn't been good. It's been watchable, but it hasn't been good. Okay. And finally, after last week's episode, I was like, okay, it hasn't been good, but next week, la is gonna happen. Because last week, I was mad disappointed at the fact that we got all of his training arc during the first 5 or 4 episodes, and then last week he was leaving, and then they spent all of episode 5, right? Because this is episode 6 that we're on now, I think. Let me just triple check that before I talk dumb. But we're on episode 5, okay? And episode 5 went, how about he trains a little bit more? And you're like, oh, okay, I guess. It's kind of crap, but okay. And then they show us a preview of him leaving this place finally. So I was like, okay, episode 6, he's about to be in this other place, and, is gonna get better. And then the folks, the kind folks, in the community, in the comments down, you're like, yo, I've been reading the source, not great, but it gets better. And I'm like, all right, bet, episode 6, here we go. And then episode 6 comes, and it's like the people who are directing this at the studio are like the children of the folks who drew out the Goku Frieza fight for 12 episodes, having him transform over the length of 18 episodes. You know what I mean? Before he hit Super Saiyan 1, they're like, oh, how can we stretch this out to 25 episodes? It's like those are the children making this, because they basically had this was a goodbye episode, and it was the whole effing episode. It's like, what the hell is going on here? They spent the whole goddamn episode of him saying goodbye to everybody. And next episode, he's going to finally be at this holy city or whatever. So the episode starts with him opening the letter, and they're like, oh, Botakali. And then he just spends the rest of the episode 6 months. And in those 6 months, his hair grew out like all luscious. And the rest of the episode is him just saying bye to the buddy girl, and what's her name, Maria or Marie or whatever the hell her name is, and Boars, and the other guys who've been feeding him substance X are like, it probably doesn't even work. It's fine though. Give him more. And it's just like, this is the most just anime episode. Just like, it's just throw a dart at a board and like, yep, that's episode 6 right there. Look at that. It's falling off. Yeah. I don't know. I really want to come on here and be like, wow, this was so good. And, wow. And, wow. And just, man, I just can't. I ended the episode and I was just like, that was it. And, for most anime, okay, kind of the saving grace for most shows are, if you were watching this, like binge watching this through 1 through 12 episodes, or this one's going to be, I'm assuming this one's going to be 12 too. So, yeah, this one's going to be 12 episodes. But I'm like, okay, if you're going to watch this from 1 to 12, this episode, it was kind of crap, but it's not too bad, because if you were binging the whole thing at once, you wouldn't even think twice about it. But even this show, because you got these honestly terrible back-to-back episodes, even if I was binge watching it, I think after this episode, I'd just be like, it's just not for me. And I've done that with plenty of other anime before. Like, man, you guys are going to hate me for this because I just got season 2. But Tanakawa, Under the Moon or something like that. I think I stopped watching at episode 7. Something like that. 7, maybe 8. And I was just like, you know what? I've tried like 8 times to watch this. This is just not for me. And I think that's okay. Like, I don't know. If I wasn't reviewing this and you guys didn't show up, because you guys show up and you guys are like, yeah, you guys show up, and that's the main thing. Because you show up, I'm gonna show up, and I'm gonna continue watching this. I just really want some good stuff to say. So this is my transitional review, and my review is looks like next week might be better. This episode kind of shite, but okay, we're gonna pick up next week. Anyways, those are my thoughts. I don't even need to talk about anything that happened here with Monica or the bunny girl or Boars or anything, because it was just all big. It was just a big effing kumbaya episode. And then they showed us the stat screens at the end. So next week it looks like he's gonna reunite with Big Melon Girl. I mean the Night Lady, and maybe it's gonna be a little bit better at that point. But anyways, all right. Just like Lucio was, I was crying at the end of this episode too for other reasons as him. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'll see you next week, friends.